Agapal. Namaste to everyone. I'm sorry that this is delayed by one day. The simple reason being that yesterday, Friday, here Indian Standard Time, at 10 o'clock, the Rishis had organized a puja for the welfare of the world, wherein a lot of divinities and Maharishis were there. That went on till about 12:31, and throughout there was a treasure hunting. And the details of the puja is not required, but overall the benefit is that it's for the entire world. This is being the third part after Vijayadashmi on Purnima. Now I'm declaring. See, one thing which the people who are viewing this must understand: the earth is a spaceship which is moving gradually into different zones of space. Now, from 74 onwards, it has turned into a direction which pertains to the new age, which is mentioned as golden age or Satyayuga, all these things. Though physically the earth is gradually moving into that jurisdiction of the new age, the principles are gradually setting in. Now, for the principles to be adopted for the new age, the Saptarishis have done a lot of things for several decades. Right? Finally, things are coming to a conclusion. Now, right now the time has come. Now, everyone has heard the word Pralaya, the Sanskrit terminology. Pra stands for Prakriti, Laya means change. A change. There is a change. Now, Pralaya is not necessarily material destructions. There will be total change of consciousness of humanity. For all the present situations in the world, there is no solution from any agency or any individual which is mere human intelligence. There is no solution for this. Now, and the dichotomy is the solution is available with only some human beings who are already there on the earth. And these people have come down from the higher dimension, they are as human beings here. They will bring out. See, the entire psyche or the consciousness of humanity has to change. Now, what is the first change which is expected of the Rishis from people? Is to know, accept and acknowledge that we are all children of Supreme God. This is the absolute truth. There is no discussion or debating on this subject. First, you accept this. The moment you know that you are a child, it is just like when the child enters a primary school, the teachers draws two lines and put a bar in between. He says that is A. Every child starts saying A, and the line when it is drawn, first it accepts that as A, then further letters start appearing. Then this is the basis for learning a language and other subjects to the basis of language. But like that, the moment we are understanding, we accept the fact that we are child of Supreme God, immediately all the facilities which is available to us as a child of Supreme God starts appearing to you and you start utilizing them. I mean, just like you buy a new gadget like this mobile phone which you buy, a high-tech phone. Initially you use it for your routine usage of speaking to someone, storing numbers and sending WhatsApp. But gradually you will come to know the more faculties are that you will use gradually. And likewise, like every year people change their mobile phone to a higher grade. Likewise, here people will have to upgrade their understanding of their facility gradually. They don't have to change the equipment. You have to expand the functioning of the equipment. Now, in the last session, we very clearly said that the principles, why I did not use the word Shambhala is, that word has been very wrongly used and interpreted by a lot of people. And see, first of all, we have to understand one thing. The moment you are aware, you are a child of Supreme God, and you are not aware of that, the process of meditation is only bringing you the awareness that you are the self. Now, what is that which is telling you that you are not the self? It is the data in your mind or the inscription in your intellect. How this has happened? To several existence, you have fed this data into that. Just like you have a computer, you feed certain information, that only comes back to you whenever you pick it up. Yes. Likewise, gradually we need to, meditation is a process of unraveling. You remove all the data in your mind and intellect. Moment you remove all the data in your mind and intellect, you will understand the full potential of your mind and intellect. Mind is a great facility. It is appears as a liability because of the thoughts which come. Thoughts during meditation, when they appear, they are not coming, they are only going. It is just like a lot of thoughts which are suppressed in the subconscious. They are events which have occurred in your life, and those impressions remain as pictures in intellect, as data in your mind. Now these are in the subconscious mind. The superconscious mind, which is accessible to every individual, when the self wants to convey something, that is exercise some clairvoyant people. So every mind can be clairvoyant. That is, if you transcend the subconscious mind, if you are in the superconscious mind, you are clairvoyant. Now, what is the advantage of being clairvoyant? See, suppose you are having a notebook, fresh notebook. Every page is clean. You can write whatever you like that. It is just like that. Here, in the page of subconscious mind, when you are able to remove all the data which is there in it, which you have accumulated in several existences, it becomes crystal clear. Afterwards, it remains clear. When there is no data, afterwards, whatever data appears in your subconscious is what is placed by the superconscious. Superconscious mind is operated only by self and Supreme God. Nobody else can touch that. When that being the case, every day your slate will be an empty slate. The letters and words will appear what is required for you for that day. And the next day when you come, it again is an empty slate. There is no carry forward, nothing to carry forward. You learn to live in the endless now. Whatever you need to do for that day, it automatically appears, and the responsibility of doing that activity is taken over by Supreme God, who is holding on to you as the self between the blissful sheath and the self. He is the energy which is there. Now, let us understand. Every situation which appears, people would have told you your karma, your prarabdha karma, all those things. Let us assume that the situation which you are facing every day, moment by moment, is by prarabdha. Now, how do you handle a situation? Suppose if I am sitting in a vehicle, I have got a problem in the vehicle stops. Can I repair the vehicle sitting on the vehicle? First I have to get out of the vehicle. Then with what little knowledge I have to check up. See, either try kick starting or remove the spark plug cleaner. If that it starts, it works. If it does not start, then you come out, you take it to a mechanic, etc. Likewise, every situation which you are facing, the moment you come out of the situation, you will be able to see the issues in the situation and handle it better. The biggest problem with humanity is everyone is told that you will have to suffer the situation. There is no need for you to suffer any situation, because the situation which is created by prarabdha, and there is Parabrahma in you who is holding on to you. The prarabdha will be taken care of by Parabrahma. When you are not able to turn towards him, he will tell you what you need to do. You will handle it. There is no situation to any individual or any situation in the world which cannot be managed by Supreme God. And let us not go into the process, how he negates the prarabdha, how he manages the situation. But it's his capacity. You see. Never doubt his capacity. I happened to interact with one spiritual master whose name is Shivananda Murthy. He was in Bhimavali near Vizag. One of his birthday, I think it's about 20 years or 25 years back. So I had gone to a celebration in Warangal. In the speech he said, you see, one thing you must understand, every individual thinks that he has to suffer his karma. Fine, but one thing you must understand, any individual's karma is only a speck compared to the cosmic karma which is handled by the Supreme. The cosmic karma, against the cosmic karma, your karma is very speck. Then those people who think that they will have to suffer their own karmas is simply like somebody saying that I will have to carry the trunk on my head in the train. As if the train cannot carry your luggage. It is carrying you, it can carry your luggage. Just keep it below, it will carry that also. Now, this misconception that you are to carry the luggage on your head is your misconception. Nowhere it is told that you have to carry the luggage on your head. You just keep it below. If you feel somebody is going to take it, you put a chain and blame. That's all. That's enough. As simple as this. Now here, I have a car. I do not know driving. So, but I don't blame the car. I hire a driver and drive. So, if you are not able to manage your mindset, simply hand it over to God who can manage all mindset. Now, you must understand, Sri Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita, among the Indriyas I am Manas, I am mind. So, God cannot be divided. You are operating in a small portion of God's mind. Once you stop operating, you have access to the entire mind. Then He starts operating. That's a very simple thing. That's what He told Arjuna. See, you are not able to deal with this issue. Do not worry. I shall deal with it. And Sri Krishna is the soul. Arjuna is the mind. The chariot is the body. The horses are the senses. You see, and the reins are the prana. Krishna says, I will hold this reins. You simply listen to me. Don't worry. Don't count the number of enemies. We will deal with that. Just simply listen to me. This is what Krishna said. Now, here, the Krishna in you is yourself. The Arjuna is your belief and understanding that human being. So, that's all. Now, once you accept the situation, all the facilities which comes from being this child of Supreme God will gradually start manifesting. Just like when you sow a dicotyledon seed in a soil, you put only few drops of water. Once it comes out like a U, vertical U, then you slowly see the dicotyledon with just 2 tender leaves. The dicotyledon seeds are there. They gradually 2 leaves become 4, 4 become 8, 8 become 16. Slowly the dicotyledon which is supporting it, when the leaves come, they are able to draw energies by individually. And last time, you must have heard that a principle was given as smile. See, the principles are very natural to a child. You see, the first principle was given was smile. You can observe that in child. A smile from a child is contagious. Anyone who looks at a child smiling, you smile back automatically. Likewise, the next principle is love. See, the love is the extension of the smile. Why does the child smile? The smile is a visible expression, but what reaches you is the gleam of the eye which carries love towards you. The eyes which you look into of that of a child, it carries the grace of God, because child has no mental activity. So the grace of the self automatically transcends all pleasures and reaches you. Likewise, the next principle to be followed is always smile and love everyone. Love everyone. Now here, people start loving things only what they like and people whom they like or the places they like. No, it should be universal. Like the child is universal for a child, so also love is universal. Now, when this nature of love comes, you see, one thing you must understand, to start loving, you must be able to experience the bliss of yourself. That is a very state of the self. The self is always in bliss. Its expression is love. Like the flower is always fragrant. The fragrance is love. And when it blooms, that is bliss. See, through the bloom you are able to fragrance carry, otherwise it stays within. You see, like when you are able to express love to every manifested form, because every manifested form whichever you are seeing is only a fractional reflection of yourself. So when you are going and sitting near a flower without touching it, you just simply glorify the flower gets thrilled, seeing the original in you. What you see external object of flower is only a reflection, the original is within you. You understand? Like you see a photo when you were of a child, suddenly you get thrilled and you go back to the time. So like that, every time you look any of this part of this nature, that finds its original in you. So it gets that there is a communication between the original and the reflection. And here, if you understand the basic principle, as souls we have come from Parabrahma to the earth to experience and enjoy the manifested creation, which is Parashakti herself. This principle of love, you must understand, all the Maharishis, they have discovered their Rishihood in themselves by going through certain aspects of nature. Now, the first principle of smile was given out by Vishwamitra Maharshi. He observed the universe, he saw everything smiling at him. So with that he gave out the first principle of smile. This next principle of love was given by Kanva Maharshi. Kanva Maharshi, you understand, he brought up the foster father of Vishwamitra's child, and Menaka, and the child was Shakuntala. See, the Shakuntala, when she was brought up in the ashrama of Kanva Maharshi, she extended the principle which was taught by Kanva Maharshi to all the plants, birds, animals, trees, and she naturally, this is a universal, unconditional love towards all. So a time came when she had to leave the ashram and go with her husband to the kingdom, Dushyanta. Then all the plants, birds, trees, they also wanted to move along with her. Then Vishwamitra and Kanva Maharshi had to convince them, no, do not worry. Even if she physically leaves, her presence will be here. It was noticed that her physical presence was seen in the ashram as well as in the kingdom. Simultaneously, because here what has happened? The physical body which you are seeing grossly is only a projection, like the entire creation is a projection of Brahman. This physical body is only a projection of the self. So as self, it could be in multiple places. Because of that, she was available in the ashram as well as in the kingdom. This is what happened. This is what is it. So the same principle is being taught by Kanva Maharshi here. Whatever is being revealed by Rishis during a normal course of meditation, when it is going to be taught, all these principles are naturally found in a child. This second principle of love is given by Kanva Maharshi today. You practice this, and any doubts you have got in any practice which you are practicing, you can send queries to them and it will be immediately answered. And once in a week I will answer all the. See, this reporting, whatever rishis are giving once in Purnima, that will come to you automatically. See, gradually you will be led. It is just like from going from the pre-KG to the primary to high school. That will happen gradually. See, once in a month you are going to be given in a principle, and you will observe that manifesting within you. As it manifests in you, just initially you learn few alphabet, then more alphabet, then you start learning 2 letters words, then 3. Gradually, like that, you will understand. See, basically, once you understand your basic nature, then all the rest will be very easy. There is no doubt about if a seed which is planted, if a mango seed is planted in the soil and nurtured, when it gradually trees, then definitely it will be laden with mango fruit. There is no doubt to anybody, neither to the garden, nor to the plant, nor to the seed. Likewise, all of us are children of God. One thing you must understand, one more principle which Kanva Maharshi says is, see, all the trees which you see, huge, however huge may be, for every branch which you see outside, there is a parallel root below, under the earth. You are not able to see the roots of the trees. But you know that they are there. Because of that, it is only through the roots the water reaches the branches till the end, last leaf. Likewise, our roots are in God. So we must be wherever God is. When our roots are in God, God is everywhere, where God is not. So if you understand the roots, your roots are in God, you will manifest all the greatness and goodness of God, and the branches will spread all around. This is the main purpose of this message is given by Rishi Sir. Jai Shri Ram.